Hi everybody. How are we all doing? Oh wait one sec actually. Let me go ahead and turn all of our cameras on. Hey Pie Master, hey Shadow, how we doing? We all having a good time tonight? Get that up there. I hope everyone is just having a phenomenal evening tonight. I am very much looking forward to painting up the last few of these Lord of the Rings models. We've got Dis, Balin, Barivor, and Eleanor. So that's very exciting. Terrible? Why are you doing so terrible, Pie Master? Just work stuff like usual. We're also going to change this out. Yeah, it's been a rough week in the office, I'll say that for sure. What is that? Paint or mold? That's just some paint. Some water there. And hydration papers. Yeah, these are the ticket. I think these, I don't remember if these are the washable ones or not. No, it doesn't say. Oh well. And then I don't have my wallet, so I don't have a credit card to use, but we'll use something else for this. To smooth that out. Yeah, so these are just hydration papers for the wet palette. If you paint every night like I tend to do, having a wet palette is very nice. Oh, I put a little bit too much water in there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to dump a little bit of it out. Right into the trash can. Ta-da! I love starting an evening painting session with a new fresh wet palette. So I like to just drop it on there in the middle. And then I let it do its thing. It's very squishy because it is just a sponge at the end of it. Also, due to threats of constant overhydration, the hydration option has been upped to 500. So if you want to redeem your channel points, you're going to have to spend 500 points. So there we go. And then, tell you what we'll use. Since I don't have a credit card right here next to me, I'm going to use this this nifty little flash drive thing that I got with my mouse. It's probably the coolest flash drive I've ever seen. I've never seen one like this. So we're just going to use that just to smooth out some of these wrinkles. So we're going to go get this to the edge. Just pulling it along, and then once we hit the edge, we go the other way. And we don't need to get out all the wrinkles. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just enough so that we don't have a ton of little bumps. Aha! I will stretch, actually. I'm going to stretch out. This is, yeah, genuinely just like the coolest, because it doesn't have like a pull tab. You press there, and then sorry, just like that. I don't even know how big it is. I've never used it for anything. I gotta use it for my next I'll try and use it for some 3D printer stuff, but that right there makes me a little bit nervous. Just the vulnerability there in that soldering on that board. Hey, I got a lurk from Coppertop. I haven't set up the exclamation points, but thank you for letting me know that you're lurking, sir. I gotta figure out how to do those. And we gotta look up what these characters look like, because with the exception of Balin, which I did know what he looks like, I can't remember Eleanor, sorry, and Baravor. I don't remember what they look like. I can vaguely remember names from the Lord of the Rings books. Well, maybe not that series, but I remember them in the Lord of the Rings universe and the Earth. But I cannot remember what they all looked like. So we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna look up. Who do I want to paint first? Probably one of the humanoid ones. Let's see here. Just thinking of what's easiest. I want to start my night off easy. Probably be her. Or actually, no, this one I think is going to be the option here, depending on what they look like. This is Eleanor. Oh, update on the awkward camera. I mean, microphone, my headset thing. I tried to buy a USB extender, and it turns out the one that I bought was super shitty and cheap. So I need to buy a different one. Yeah, I will say, Monday night was really rough in work too, man. So, yeah. I hear you there. But I will be on long after you are done, so. Okay, so we're going to look up, not Skyrim Ordinator perks. We're going to look up Lord of the Rings, Eleanor. Is this Sam's wife? Daughter? Oh, it's Sam's daughter. I know Coppertop isn't at work, Shadow. He works morning. Okay. Okay, so this one, show you guys what I'm doing, I guess, to an extent here. I think this is the card from the game, or a game. She's got dark hair there. But in the movie, she has blonde hair. Looks like she's actually got. Oh, she has dark hands, dark hair, probably as described by the book, and then in the movie they cast a brown, blonde actress or that daughter of whoever it was. Cool. So we will go ahead and we're gonna stick with the book if possible. We'll use dark hair plus blonde hair. Not a fan of on models. They always look very whitewashed. It's kind of why I did the Legolas the way I did. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw in the Fantasy Flight and see if we can find any good examples of this model painted. There's your card. Oh, there's somebody that painted. Yeah, but I need images, guys. I don't want to watch a video. That seems really awful. Oh, that's wow. No, wait, but that's not Eleanor. Right? Yeah, no. That person misnamed their model. Oh, it looks like Sarastro did a video on her, but tell you what, it looks like, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Greenish cloak with the orange, or the brown. I like this. So we'll go with a brownish cloak, the green front, tunic-ish thingy. This is normally the kind of research that you guys don't get to see me do, but yeah, that's good. That's not bad. Okay. Good deal. I guess I should pull up both. Yay. Ooh, I tell you what though, I forgot to post this up in the in my Discord that we're going live. Oh no, guys. No one will watch if I don't post it and tell everyone. I'm not famous yet. Do. I guess I'll tell some of my friends as well. All right. Enough messing around. I'm gonna paint some shit. Okay. All right, so I think I'm gonna start with the just doing some base coats. I really like those blue pants. I don't know why, but we're gonna do the base of the green, and then we'll move on and do the browns. So first off, the base coat of green, and we're gonna need a brush for this. Usually use brushes for painting. At least that's I have found in my research that that's the best way to do it. We'll grab this. And I perfectly timed the rest of this whole job because I have until Saturday. I'm dropping it off to the guy, and before that, I don't have anything to do. I don't have anything on my plate. Finish up some YouTube video thingy, and that's it. I don't want this. I want the darker green. I want this thing. This one, angel green. So, I figured spend 2 hours a night painting each one of these, maybe 4 hours tonight. Bosh, nailed it. All right, cool. So, start with the angel green here, Army Painter. I'm gonna make sure that my camera is focused on me, so I'm gonna cover it up, and then Hey, Dr. Pretorius, how you doing, man? Doing good? Hanging out? Having a blast? We're just getting started here. I had a little bit of trouble getting started tonight. My dog was being so needy. And then the cat was, you know, being a cat and being super cute, so I had to pet her. I'm going to use... Let's go ahead and just use this brush. Give this a real... Oh geez, do I not have a clean one of these? Yeah, I'm just gonna give this a real quick dusting, just in case any dust settled on it. It's been I do have all my hobbying in the basement, so dust tends to settle down here very, very quickly. Oops. All right, so we're gonna do a base coat of dark angel green. This is the wrong model. This is supposed to be a Leonor. That is not a Leonor. That is... These, okay, so I gotta say it. These Fantasy Flight ones, they did not do a good job of explaining who is who. The cards are differently posed. So yeah, this is what we're looking at. Okay. I like that a little bit better. So she's from Gondor. What are the colors of Gondor again, guys? Do we know? Gondor cloak. Yeah, the black. Okay. Just make sure though. Yeah, all right. I guess when I took this job, they said to not be super particular. They weren't super particular about it. So I'll tell you what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pull this up real quick. We're gonna see how this guy did it. Wow, that's cool. Da, 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 da. Yeah, it's dark. Okay. Well, I already put the green on the palette, guys. Maybe we'll check out Barivore. We're going to keep one of these open just for reference. We'll keep that one open. And then need Barivore. So this is Lord of the Rings. Barivore. Dunedain Ranger, okay. Okay, yeah, so standard Dunedain Ranger. So yeah, green cloak, staff, that we can do. Sorry, it's taken me almost a half hour to get painting here. Jeez, guys. Okay, I just would like to paint some models and not stress about colors. I always do this with jobs for other people. The Plague Burst Crawler from last week, he says. The Plague Burst Crawler is awesome. And I learned from you last week that they have all those different weapon options and such. Which is really nifty. And you're magnetizing it, I believe. Also, Dr. Praetorius, have you gotten to play a game yet, if I remember correctly? Were you saying that you hadn't ever played Warhammer 40k? Just been building up this sick, awesome Death Guard army? No, sir, you haven't played, or no, sir, you have played, and I'm mistaking who you are. I apologize. I guess I shouldn't ask two yes or no questions that either answer would make the other one contrary. He actually has an Ultramarine and a Death Guard army. Ooh. 2 armies. So I bet last edition was either a great place to get into the hobby for you or just phenomenal with all the deals and stuff. 8th edition came out and they did a lot of combo packs for those. I have not played. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you heard it. I almost said Lance, but I was like, I don't know. He wants to be called Lance on Twitch. Sometimes people don't like that. Sometimes people like to maintain their anonymity. Oh, it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up from our nap, everybody. Oh, I didn't have a little scan the thingy. Oh, in 1 hour and 1 minute, I'm going to have another one. That's the one. Skip the next stuff. I'll pull up that image again here. Just because, yeah, it looks like 2 different colors of cloak. See if I can find someone else that painted this too. Ooh, that's beautiful. Okay. Oh yeah, Sarastro did this one too, and he did pretty much the same color scheme, yeah. The greens. I like the greens. So we're gonna start pretty dark on this green. We will lighten it up as we go. But a real thin dark layer is a really great place to start a lot of models. Helps you build up that opacity without requiring multiple layers to either correct or add some tonality over top of. So as you can see, you can still see a lot of my base coat underneath this, but that is perfectly what we want. Yay! Oh, for those of you that did not check in last week, I am now an affiliate on Twitch, so you will be gaining channel points that you can redeem for rewards. And I'm trying to think some other fun things we can do with them. I see that there's community polls, things like that I see other people do, but I hopefully don't have anything that people like to gamble on, so. But there's some things there, like make me paint left-handed, make me drink water, things like that you can redeem those for. Pick the next model is one that I'm pretty sure some people will enjoy for our Friday night streams. Yes, and to be clear, that is not just a universal pick whatever model you want that's ever been created. So I'm not going to go try and find that paint a Warlord Titan or something like that for you 40k fans. Although that would be pretty epic. Plus, I mean, no one wants to sit and watch me dick around with an airbrush for 15 hours. Let's be honest. Okay. Kaboom! I think. There we go, green. Green has been greened. Looking good, looking good. Now for the off-white. I really like this paint scheme with the cloaks. We'll do the skeletal bone. No, let's do off-white. Let's actually do some necrotic flesh for the undercloak here. And the reason I'm choosing this is because we're going to add a little bit more white into it. And it's got a little bit of green in there. See that? Kind of start to bring the whole model together. And we'll go ahead, we're going to add a little bit of off-white. Just to balance that off a little bit. Yeah. Got a little bit of dried stuff at the top there, no big deal. Bada bang, bada boom. We got some green. Wow. Wow. All right, we're gonna use that just on the cloaks here. I mean the undergarment. That's a little too dry. Maybe a little too wet there. Here we go. Yay. The reason I like to paint with a reference photo as well is because sometimes it's hard to see in your when you're painting a model where the where different aspects of it begin and end, like this robe, this cloak here, this undershirt. It's hard to see sometimes if you have bad eyes like I do, where it actually is cloak versus bracer versus overcloak versus other random giblet. Have a little more of our green. Get underneath this and over by the scabbard. Just a little bit better. There we go. Get down there. Yeah. YouTube video incoming. I am working on it, guys. I thought I had it all done and dusted and uploaded and ready to go, and then I set it to set live. YouTube said no, and then now I'm actually re-editing it because because I'm a dumbass is why I uploaded and then deleted, because I'm a dumbass. I'm glad I learned my lesson now rather than maybe in the future when I had a bunch of videos go missing, but I wasn't creating physical backups of anything. So you know, you live and you learn. So that is 16 hours of my life I'm probably not going to get back, not including like voiceover and script editing, which I still have the script at least. But now I'm re-editing all the clips together. I think all in all we were looking at like 30 hours of footage. No, 27 hours of footage. Because I record most all of projects and then I clip them down. So taking that 27 hours and bringing it down to 12 minutes just takes some time. So I appreciate y'all YouTube followers' patience. I am doing my best. Meanwhile, I have paused next month's project because I have not gotten the last one up yet. Hopefully I'll get that up soon. There we go. Now we have her undershirt done as well. Just like so. Yeah, it's slightly easier for you guys if I hold it up, right side up. Alrighty. And then we're going to go ahead and just keep working on the base coats here. Let's do the, oh, I don't know. Let's do the browns. So we're going to grab a fur brown. No, I think we're going to use snakebite leather on the pants. So snakebite leather on the pants and wildwood on the boots and gauntlets. And it looks actually like the undershirt should be poking through the bracers here. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. Ta-da! So wildwood, snakebite. We'll use the oak brown for the belt here. Just doing our best to not hit the shirt at all. So maintaining nice control over our brush. Twitch link. Oh, I can drop the Twitch link into the chat here. And hey, Mike, how you doing? Let's see here. That should be in both YouTube and I guess it's on both now. And Mike, we are painting some of the off characters from the Lord of the Rings job that I had. So we're painting. This is, jeez, I already forgot. Barivore. This is Barivore. This is Eleanor, and we got Balin, and a dwarf named Dis. D-I-S. Dis. So the off characters that you don't usually see very often. But yeah, get in here. Start earning those channel points on Twitch here so you can make me do weird stuff. And let me know if there's anything else you guys want to redeem points for. I tried to think of a couple, like choose my next model. Something like that. Oh, and you saw the diorama challenge. Yeah, the trash to terrain. Or trash to diorama in my case. I chose to do a diorama. I did not enjoy the idea of making terrain. I really liked the idea of making a little tiny diorama. It was one of those things where I knew what I wanted to do immediately before I even like had the project in mind, and I just kind of made it work. 100 things I would change about it already off the top of my head. Maybe not 100, maybe like a dozen things that I would change about it, and a dozen things I would do differently with other materials. So I feel like on some level, yeah, it inspired a little bit of out-of-the-box thinking, but on the other, it also kind of just needlessly limits your hands. So I would say it was definitely fun. I would do it again. But if you're looking for getting into a hobby, look more for simple builds rather than builds that don't require special materials or limited materials, I think. Thank you very much. And thank you again for the follow. I appreciate it. We're gonna go ahead and do her little satchel and strap here a little bit brighter. And again, we're just throwing down some base coats. Yeah, lots of fun. That YouTube video should hopefully be up soon, because I'm a dumbass and I don't keep backups of things like I should. So I'm re-editing it now. At least I have still the script. like the one thing that was off. The upload was the script. I even keep all my editing notes in there too, and I like lay everything out first. Where is snakebite leather? Oh, I need to pick up more of this. Oh man, getting some people to join. I love hanging out with people. I got a number of people in here now. Okay, wait. Let's see here. No, I don't care. I got 2 subscribers, which are both. No, one of them is Pie Master. Thank you, Pie Master, again for subscribing. And the other one is, I believe, my own Amazon Prime sub that you get for free for having Amazon Prime. But we got 8 people watching. Oh wow! Hi everybody. All right. I set a generic subscriber goal of 10. I hope we don't get there because I don't have anything planned for that. But I figured at that point I gotta plan something because that's amazing. Let me see if I can't get some buddies to hop in. And then you said hello. Hello again, Mavericks Tabletop. Or Mike, whichever you would prefer. Alright, we're going to use the snakebite leather on these pants here. Just for a quick and simple base coat again. And because the contrast paints need some while to dry before we can start mucking with them for highlights and shadows and such. Make sure we get down in there. Yeah, it's definitely one of the better ones. Snakebite leather. I've started using basilicalum gray instead of any kind of Nuln Oil. I still like Dark Tone by Army Painter better. It's just got a better consistency. It's very, very thick, so you can use it in very thick layers, or you can thin it down with water just fine. Alright, we're just going to grab a little bit of the gray sear, and we're just going to touch up here on the inside of the leg where we painted. And then go back to the snakebite. Oh, what's the other one? Oh, Gorgonzo Fur is one of my favorites. Just because I love the way it looks over top of gold. I love that Gorgonzo Fur look over, or bronze more particularly. Gorgonzo Fur over bronze is just absolutely amazing. And I think I might revisit that terrain project. I have my next couple of YouTube videos planned for the next few months, but I think that would be fun to revisit it and kind of incorporate it into something else or make some adjustments to it, I believe. I think all of that could be fun. We'll have to see. I got a lot of stuff going on here. Good enough. Apothecary White and Ultramarine Blue are my least favorite. I don't have the Ultramarines Blue. Okay. I love for the blues that I have the Talisar and the Aethermatic. I love both of those a lot. But yeah, Ultramarines Blue was just so blue in your face. Absolutely. And the Apothecary White, like, I'm sorry, like, I don't know what somebody This is Griff Treasure, right? Whoever made this, like, they never tested this. They never tried to put this on anything, ever. I promise you. They just didn't. Oh, that's open. I've been digging the sepia and flesh lately. Yes. Are you talking about the Army Painter flesh tone, or are you talking about a Citadel one? Because I have Guilliman flesh, which I absolutely love. Okay, so Citadel came out with just another generic flesh tone. Okay, I need to check. I need to get some more contrast paints. Yeah, Gorgonzo, so good, so good. A better medium for the challenge. When you say medium, do you mean like garbage to give people, or do you mean like, oh, Raken Land Fleshlight, Raken Loft, or whatever it is? Yes, better garbage to give people. I'd say in terms of better garbage, something that isn't a box, something that isn't just simply a box. I'm trying to think of a good example. Something that has something like, so that you have variation between, if you're going to do a challenge, something that has, you could tell people that they could buy Nerf guns. That would be a good one. But that's not really garbage. I think in the solo cups might be a good one, actually. Yeah, solo cups would be nice. Man, I'm trying to think of something else that's kind of universal. Solo cups. I don't know, because in the in the couple that I saw on YouTube, they used squirt guns, which was a really good idea because there was variety in between the builds. So like, no matter what it was going to happen, it was going to be different between them all, and you had the people had freedom to get different kinds. I think just having just solely flat, I mean multiple of a flat dimensional object is, I wouldn't even say just challenging, it was frustrating at times, I think. Nerf guns are definitely expensive, and have been done before, yes. But I'm thinking about something else here. Let me just look around my basement here. Ooh, tin cans. I don't know. Tin cans, popsicle sticks, generic kind of trash stuff. You could do, I mean, if you're wanting to just like literally give people garbage, you could have them just literally take garbage out of their own house, stuff that they're being thrown away. For trash terrain. I think that would be a good idea. Just tell them that, you know, I mean, given that it's a local gaming store doing it, you can just kind of be like, hey, be honest about what you're throwing away. Don't just be like, oh yeah, I'm throwing away this Citadel model kit. Exactly, yeah. So I mean, like, if you have the need to be the policeman in your challenge, and people are gonna force you into that position, I feel like, man, those aren't the kind of people that I want to be in a challenge with. But if you need to, then yeah, something generic like solo cups, paper plates, garbage like that would be a good one. Open it up to maybe like, ooh, if you could get your hands on them, cassette tapes would be cool, because those are all a lot of garbage. Or videotapes, like those videotapes, like the old ones, you know, that would be a good one. I don't think those are too expensive. Well, they might be, but people have those just laying around, I think. Because like everyone's, you know, quote trash is different. Like I have trash from my my pet's food containers. That would be really cool in a terrain thing. we order a lot of stuff from Amazon, so I have a lot of Amazon box inserts and stuff, things like that. But from like a game store sponsoring event, you'd probably be better off doing some stuff like that. Or maybe not. If you're familiar with Walmart and Meijer, maybe instead of a straight up trash challenge, you're limited to only buying stuff from whatever aisle it is in Walmart and Meijer that sells the paper plates and plastic utensils. And like I think at Meijer it's bleach containers too. That would be pretty cool. Oh geez. Sprues would be a good one, yeah. Yeah, Dr. Pretorius. I've never kit bashed either myself, to be even a little bit. And this was the first time I ever attempted to do a build made out of quote unquote trash. Actually, I'll grab it real quick. And yes, the top is super bright blue because I do plan on coming back to this at a later date and time, but it'll have to be, at the earliest, it would be October at this point, just because I have my next couple of things planned out. So one sec. Bright ass blue alert. All right, there we go. So this I made out of some Magic the Gathering fat pack boxes, and I used some air drying clay, believing it was the same thing as Milliput. I was really wrong, and so I cheated, but I'm gonna call that a win. So with that Milliput, I made these, which in my defense, you could do the same thing with Milliput. You would just be carving it, which probably even better than using the rolling pins like I did. I added the gray here, and then just oil washed it, oil paints some places. This is chipboard from, well, I don't have a million fat packs, so I didn't use chipboard from the boxes, but I just used a blank chipboard. And then down here you have just the table, which I made out of the fat pack, and then the shelves. Those are also made out of that material, as well as these bookshelves here. And then these little scrolls are literally just paper, and sometimes burned paper. And then the legs were my bonus material. I was given a piece of a shelving unit from the store, so I cut that down because it was really sturdy metal, and that's used as the core of each one of these legs. So these are pinned into place and then hot glued. I don't mind the hot glue look just because you never see that portion of the leg. It's also why the bottom isn't painted. But the reason it's painted bright blue on the top is because when this gets its glow up in a future video, it will be hopefully coming out of the water is the idea. We'll see. We'll have to see what happens. Let's put this away before I break it. Thank you so very much, Mike. I appreciate it. It was definitely excellent work. Definitely looking forward to doing some more work on it. But I learned a lot during the build, especially about oil paints. Started working with those a little bit more. Very excited to continue. Lots of fun. But yeah, I definitely want to come back to it a little bit more. You and me both. Oh, did you use oil paints for yours as well? I just used it because I was like, I don't feel like painting all of this. I don't feel like painting all of this at all. So then I just used an oil paint to do it really, really quickly. But it did take 2 days to dry, so I mean, you win some, you lose some. Oh, just learned a lot. Yeah, including Milliput is hard to work with. Yeah, so I did get a a tube of Milliput, and yeah, oh geez. I get why people use it for the stuff that they do, but it is not for sculpting at all. It's just too. It gets way too stiff way too quickly. What do you want, phone? No. Oh, we are approaching the hour mark, so I'm going to run a real quick ad so you guys get my ad rather than Twitch's ad. All right, welcome back, everybody. I need to remember that in the future. So I'm sorry if I caught it a little bit late. I'd rather you guys watch my real quick ads rather than get the Twitch random ones that can be of like random lengths, I believe. So at 11:20, we'll do another one here. Hopefully a 30-second one then. But yeah, oh, you learned a lot. Like with hot dogs, man, had to rush with it and wear gloves. Do you have to make hot dogs quickly? I've never made hot dogs, nor will I ever, but I didn't realize that was something you had to do quickly. That's insane. The more you know. The more you know. Alright, and then we'll use some black Templar on these wristbands. Like that, hot dogs. Using Milliput is like hot dogs. I have to rush with it and wear gloves. I like that. And then we're just going to use the black on the gloves. Black, not a super forgiving color on miniature painting, not going to lie, but that's why we put it on now. Just being careful not to let it pull up, all of that good stuff. Normal contrast paint things. And then we're going to paint the whole bracer black for now. We might come back and do... That's going to be way too wet here. There we go. We'll need to touch up that off-white. But no worries, that's why we leave it on the palette. Okay, there we go. Oh, and update for the monster manual. So I've decided to start jumping around a little bit more, just because I could feel myself getting really bored with painting the A monsters all at once. So I'm going to start jumping around a little bit. I hope that's okay with everybody. If not, you can go find another weekly Twitch series where they paint the entirety of the monster manual. And also, if there is one, please let me know, because I want to steal all of their ideas. But yeah, I just want to start jumping around a little bit, not only to keep myself like motivated, but also there's some models I can't find good options for, and I want to buy some more of them rather than 3D printing a bunch of stuff, because I'm not having good luck with 3D printing lately. Okay, cool. Like WizKids just released their new wave of models, and I love them. Versus some of the stuff that I found for the same letter, so I want to make sure that I'm getting good sculpts for a lot of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some other colors here. Grab plate mail. Let's see, what did they use for the... Oh, red on the sword. I like that. And we'll use the Flesh Tearers red for that. And the pommel, silver. And silver on that, yeah. I love that for a lot of models and stuff. Swords that aren't the focal point of the model. Really just kind of giving them a more, I don't know, muted appearance. So many times when you're dealing with miniature painting, like the weapon, like the sword, is being held up in a very epic way. I'm not a fan of painting those swords the same way you paint something like this. This is a scenario where the sword's like the least important thing. And like, cool, she's drawing the sword. That's it. That's all we need to know. Grab the pommel here too. Check out the hilt red as well. Nice. Okay. So there's that. Where's that citadel? Yeah. So this is a base coat, which is a very nice neutral. Basically just white with like a tad of blue in it. That is used as the base coat for a lot of contrast paints. I like to keep it as a nice touch-up for just painting models in general, especially when I'm about to use a contrast paint. So like here on top of the sword. Ta-da! Just touching that up a little bit. And along here too. And then we got the strap. Yep, just darker brown. Ah, we missed a spot with the wildwood on the back of the legs there. So, just getting all of our base coats down still. Sometimes it's easy to miss spots. Go ahead and grab that too. Extend that out a little bit. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and grab the Flesh Tearers red now. Normally I'd use the Blood Angels red, but I like the Flesh Tearers. The Flesh Tearers just a little bit lighter. I mean, sorry, darker. So it goes on a little bit. Is this too thin? Yeah, it's way too thin. I'm sorry, did I just hear a voice in my house? I don't know. It's probably just the wife upstairs. It's fine. F's in chat if there's an axe murderer behind me at any point tonight, guys. Because I'll have to grab a sword or something. Yeah, there is definitely an adult talking in my house upstairs. Alrighty, there's that. Okay, getting there. We're getting there. So yeah, this is the Tuesday stream. There's no pretense of energy. We're just gonna chill. Get some painting done. We need some barbarian flesh, the fleshy bits. Hey! Ruby Nassam. So, you're my YouTube person, I believe, that was asking about the YouTube video. Fun fact, I am a dumbass. I have uploaded and then deleted my YouTube video for this month. So it is currently in the process of being re-edited. So not great. I'm not doing great this week. I was so mad at myself for not keeping copies of things, and I thought, oh well, I'll just re-upload it again, and I can't. So right now we are about a third of the way done with re-editing it. But if you are interested, I can give you a preview of the final product from the video for what we did on the monthly video. It is a trash terrain that is all done, and it's been all recorded. I am in the process of taking all of the many hours of footage and putting it back together. I still have my script, which is nice. It's like the one thing I managed to keep a backup of. But I also, to prevent this ever happening again, I have bought a large external storage drive, and I will be backing up all YouTube videos in the future to there. Because, yeah, I'm mad. I won't get into the details of it, but I basically set up my own video to be deleted rather than to be made public. We all make mistakes. Worse things have happened to better people, for sure. So we're all gonna move on, and that video should be up again here shortly. It's actually what I'm hoping to get cracking on tonight after today's live stream. Just back to editing it down. And what's cool is, so what I normally do is I normally edit the video, then write my script, and then record the script and upload it. But this time, so what's really cool is since I did that and then deleted my fucking video, I'm sorry everybody, I'm still very frustrated with myself, trying not to be still. Since I deleted it and then now I'm re-editing it, I think in the future I might start writing the script first and then editing the video accordingly, because honestly it's a lot easier to just edit what I'm trying to put together and what I'm saying, rather than having what I believe to be an entire picture and then going back through it and then writing out a script, and then yeah. All right, so fun fact. Oh, pre-roll, I got it. Okay, so all right everybody, in 8 minutes I will run a short ad break so that you guys don't get the pre-roll ad breaks from Twitch. You people on YouTube probably will still see me, actually, I think, but we'll see what happens. I'm curious. I think you'll just see me like normal, but you also don't get those really cool. I am editing in HitFilm Express, and so what I normally do is I edit in HitFilm Express and then I upload to YouTube, and then I have been deleting the HitFilm Express file off of my computer, thinking, oh, it's on YouTube, done, good deal. Which is, I mean, I work in tech. That's a bad idea. That's a bad way to think. But now I have an external storage device that I'm going to be uploading the final videos on, because I have all the video clips on my computer. I just didn't have the final thing, which gets uploaded to a different folder. If I showed you my desktop and the storage thing, it might make a little bit more sense, but then you would see all of my weird stuff on my computer. So if that makes sense. Yeah, I record via OBS. So I record and stream in OBS Live Studio with the Stream Elements plugin enabled, and then just using the Stream Elements overlays. And I stream that through Restream in order to get to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. The HitFilm Express project with all of the video clips in it, because I have one currently in work, I can actually tell you how big it is here. Oh, if you're an editor, I might ask you for questions in the future, because I am terrible at this. I'm doing my best to be better. So the HitFilm itself, the actual... Oh dear, why did I open that? Okay, please go away. I don't need to actually open you right now, sir. So the hit film project itself, because it references the videos themselves, is only like 75 gigabytes, KB, whatever it is. But if you were to add up all of the footage, it is 40, 55, about 80 gigabytes worth of video in its entirety is all of the raw footage that the project references. And then I guess the final thing, I guess I can go to one of my completed ones, that I have now downloaded from YouTube, are only... Okay, so I see what I did there. So the actual final videos are only like 2.5 gigs, but in my head, they were very big because of all of the footage that went into them. So yes, this is, and I'm not debating that in any way, shape, or form, entirely my fault. In my head, I wanted to clear up space after every single video because for the BioShock videos, there was well over 100 gigabytes worth of footage. And I just don't have that much storage on my computer. Even though the final thing was only, what, 2.5? 3? But I just deleted everything. Because again, it's one of those things where it's like it makes sense in your head at the moment. But mistakes get made, and that's okay. It's all a learning process. Ravina, you have a really good point there. It's definitely a learning process. I appreciate that. But we are re-editing it now. I'm about a third of the way done with all the clips. And then at that point we will speed up and slow them down as necessary. And then I will redo the voiceover and it should be right back up. Alright, almost done. We're going to do her hair. Any votes on hair color? Yes, I still have footage. I still have the footage. Didn't delete that. Thank God. Although I don't know why. I would have just deleted the final. I don't know why I did that, actually. Because normally I just do the whole thing all at once in the folder. I might have just been tired. Maybe? I might have just been tired and doing it weird. I don't know. I know it's definitely not on my computer anymore. Or if it is, at this point, I don't want to find it. No, I would. I would want to find it again. But no. No, it's definitely not on my computer. Now I'm thinking about it. But it is exciting. Every single time I do a video edit, I get a little bit better at it. Definitely still takes me a lot longer than I feel like it should. And I don't do any effects or anything. I just... Right now I'm just doing clips and stuff. I need to find... I mean, like for videos like I do, I don't really know if effects are necessary, but maybe transitions? That would be pretty cool. Kind of like when you learn how to format on PowerPoint and the first thing you do is you learn how to do all those really cool bring in the text animations and things. I need to learn how to do stuff like that with video editing. Actually, Dr. Praetorius, any recommendations on other video editing softwares I could use? I use HitFilm right now, but that's because it was free and it was a good middle of the road for in terms of like what it can do. The first one that I tried was designed for bloggers more, and it just didn't do a lot. And I'm never going to use the YouTube Studio Editor thing that they give you. And another one I found was really, really cool, but it was like, yeah, record from within our app. And I don't want that. I like to be able to record through OBS. And then from there, take the footage and shit it into an editor. That is ideal for me. Yeah, I still had all 70 something gigabytes of footage, but then I deleted like the 2.5 gigabyte final file. Oh, Premiere Pro, but it's, yeah, no, I actually looked at that one. I almost did it too. It was or Premiere something. It might not have been Pro. It might have been Premiere. One of the lesser ones, maybe. It was on the list. I remember it was on the list. And if it's expensive, that's probably why it didn't make it through the list. Yeah. So I'm going to add some color to these gauntlets. Just with using the dark brown on these strap areas. Like so. Just to add a little bit of noise. Yeah, if you see my first ever upload and my more recent ones, hopefully there's a difference. I'd like to think that every single one I'm getting a little bit cleaner with it and a little bit better. But who's to say? Actually, I know for a fact I have been getting better at it. Dude, basically what I want to do is I want to be able to get a video made, so like things clipped out, put together, formatted properly, all of that. I want to get to a point where I can do that relatively quickly, and then I'll start working on doing some fancy stuff and editing in there. Because right now I just suck at using the software, so I want to make sure that I'm using my time well, because I don't have a shit ton of spare time. Well, I have enough spare time. I lay around and do stuff like this, but let's see. Oh, whoops. I missed the thing to make you guys see my ad instead of the Twitch one. If anyone's on Twitch, let me know if and when you get ads, because it's really confusing, actually. Because I have the ability to manually run my ads, but then the pre-roll ads are, I believe, every so often. I don't know. Yeah, any recommendations for resources for kind of making crafting type videos, Dr. Praetorius, on using HitFilm? I'm really trying to learn a lot more, like, because I'm actually really liking the video editing stuff, but I always end up, because by its nature it's at the end of the project, so it's at the end of the month every month. I might take a month off of, or push my next video back a little bit if I can get some really cool ideas. Now it's already gonna be a little bit late, so we'll figure it out later. Let's see here. Okay. So we got base coats down. Oh, wait, except for her hair. What color do I want her hair to be? So he did a nice auburn. Oh, not familiar with that film. That's fair. That's fair. I just need to find good ones. Unfortunately, all the ones that they make are them trying to push how much it's like you can do like these really crazy, awesome full movies in it. And I'm like, guys, I just want to go bzzz, and then go in between scenes. Like, I'm not trying to add particle effects or plasma blasts into my video. I mean, plasma blasts and epic fantasy. Maybe I might do that. But we're gonna go ahead and use some Gorgonzo Fur on the hair. Their tutorials are very, very intense, which is perfectly fine. They're definitely going more towards their target audience with that. So I know I'm going to do the headband in a different color, but I'm not going to stress too much about painting on it now. Oh, Mike, are you still on the stream? You still watching? Are you lurking? All right, cool. Now we have all but her little center pin there base coated. And now we're going to start to go in. We're going to add some highlights. We're going to add some shadows. We're going to tidy up everything a little bit as we go, kind of cleaning it up. But here we go with just all of our base coats down. So getting there. Let's see here. Model. As you can tell, the areas that already have been hit with like a contrast paint or a really thin coat like the cape here start to look really, really good. And then given the light here, let's go ahead and turn that off. Turn the light off. That should help a little bit. So yeah, we're starting to go. We're starting to get there. Definitely got some work to do. But we're going to get there together. I'm going to take a quick fiver, get a little bit of a snickety snack, and because tonight's going to be a long one, probably going to be doing this for like 3 or 4 hours, I believe, at the least, because I want to try and get 2 of these models done here tonight. I'm going to get 2 of them done tomorrow. That leaves me Thursday and Friday to varnish and base them, and we'll varnish, base, varnish, and then so I can drop them off on Saturday. So we're going to go ahead and take a short fiver. I'm going to leave you guys on an ad break for the first minute of that. So, you guys have a good little break. I'll be back. Mainly just giving my voice a rest at this point, I believe. Alright guys, I am back. I actually did a bunch of looking into it. So, if any of you are interested, the ad breaks, I actually switched it over, so I'm killing the 30-second one. If I run a 90-second ad, which I don't believe I get any money from, it turns off pre-roll ads for 30 minutes. So every half hour or so, I will roll one of those so that I know when it's happening versus them just randomly appearing for you guys on Twitch. I also added predictions, so you guys can gamble your chat points. I'll try and think of a good way to use those. I think during the D&D monster manual paintings, I have a couple of ideas because I am adding a couple of capstone rewards, one of which you can redeem for the monster. So you'll redeem it, and you can pick either the current stream's one, or maybe if you want a past model that I still have, you can pick one of those and I will mail it to you as a prize. I'm going to look into the logistics of that. I don't believe I have anything that would be crazy stopping me. But if somebody watches long enough, they should definitely get those points. Channel points are really, really cool. A bunch of the streamers that I do and watch have channel points, and it's a lot of fun. It's kind of a way for me to keep engaging with you guys. You're not just hearing me blabber on for a couple hours a night. Not that that couldn't be fun, but I would like to think I can give you guys something back. Okay. So we did all the easy stuff. Now it's time to start in on the harder stuff. Or I can do the easy stuff on 2 models, actually. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the easy stuff on a couple models, and then we'll start cracking into it as we go here. But for you guys on Twitch that don't usually watch on Twitch, you are accruing channel points every 15 minutes or so, and it's not 15 minutes from the start of my channel. It's every 15-minute increment according to the clock. So like 11:45, there'll be a little button for you to press, and you'll get bonus points. So if you want to tab out and then just tab back in, collect your bonus points and stuff, you can. That's what I do when I watch like Gus Johnson play Skyrim. You can redeem those points for some silly rewards like make me drink some water. If you have like a little bit of a power thing going on there, you could do that. This is an oil paint brush, so we're going to grab a different one. But if I can grab it here, you can redeem those points to do things like make me paint with my left hand for a bit. There's an option there so you can choose the next model that I paint, which is really, really cool. Oh, fun fact. If you are in an area that has a Hobby Lobby, which if you're not, sorry, you can pick up one of these sets of brushes. Super great, super awesome. It's called the Classroom Pack. It says $18.99 on there, but if you're familiar with Hobby Lobby, all you have to do is maybe wait a couple weeks. They do week-long sales. So I got all of these brushes, super great brushes so far, for less than 10 bucks. So it's a classroom pack, so it's designed for like a teacher to pick up. If I can figure out how to open it. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to start giving some opportunities to do predictions so you guys can gamble your points. I'm going to put, because I've gotten a couple of requests to play some video games, I might put, well, immediately lost the cap to that one. I might put an option for you to redeem a certain number of points, and we take like a Skyrim break or something, maybe. Or I might just start streaming that game on some of my free time. Alright, so we're going to try this paint, try using one of these bigger brushes on a model here. This is the first time I've tried these on an actual miniature. We'll see how this goes. Immediately, not super, oh, it could be just that isn't wet enough. Gotta let the whole ferrule. I think this will be good for doing base coats. Like I'm going to do this whole cloak in black, right? Yeah. So yeah, this is, oh yeah, so this is going to be really good for applying these contrast paints and stuff. Very nice thick body. Decent amount of control with it. Yeah, I started playing Skyrim again for the first time in a very long time. And I got the I think I have bought this game a 6-7 times now. 6 or 7 times I think I have bought this game. But I just bought it again for Steam. I bought the special edition. They're yeah, whatever SE is, special edition. That includes all the DLC and the built-in modding engine. Because I did a bunch of research. I was gonna do Nexus mods and all that other stuff, and then I was like, oh wait, I've only ever played Skyrim Vanilla, so let me go ahead and just use the super easy way first. And then when I get bored of that, I'll go ahead and get into, because their mod engine is kind of terrible. It's really great if you aren't into computers at all. I'll give it that. But if you are, like I am, it's just convenient. It isn't really anything special. Okay, yeah. So these brushes, and they also had other classroom packs. Probably not going to use these for anything except for base coating on models, to be honest. But this is working pretty well. The exception of whatever, we're just going to go ahead and do it. We'll shove some paint down in there and see what happens. There we go. Ta-da! Really, so hilariously, almost too thick around the brush part, but that's a-okay. Good deal, but that was really, really fast, and I only had to go to the pot because I kept underestimating the amount of paint. So let's go ahead and pull up that reference photo too. But yeah, I'm having a lot more fun with the Switch thing than I thought I would. It's definitely a lot of fun. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and grab some white paint here, just the white acrylic thick body paint, and then just boop. That's more than enough. Don't even need to squeeze the bottle at all. Thank you to everybody that watches these. Got some not so great news about my dog at the vet today. Don't really want to get into it because I don't want to cry, but Mr. Basil is not doing super hot. He's got a heart thing, which no big deal. He's an old dog. He's got congestive heart failure. He's always had that. But he's got some other stuff going on now that unfortunately the only way to fix is to put him to knock him unconscious for surgery, which the vet has always told us is not really an option. So this kind of minor dumb thing on his body might end up being it for Mr. Basil, because it will get to the point where she will need to attempt a surgery on him, and it's just one of those things that when you have congestive heart failure as a dog, you get put under for a procedure like that, there's just a really, I think she said it's more likely he won't be waking up than he will be waking up, which is really unfortunate. But I mean, it's one of the things that my wife and we knew when we got him, like that he was a really old dog. It is what it is. So I appreciate all of you guys here hanging out while I escape some of life's little problems with a little bit of miniature painting. I appreciate it. We are just reinforcing our zenithal highlight now with some thick body white acrylic paint. Yeah. I'll do that with an edge highlight. Because sometimes you want to do it with an edge highlight, sometimes you want to do it with not. Oh, missed some of the Black Templar. What the hell is going on in there? Okay. So there it is, okay. Oh, that strap is from the Curious. Okay, okay, whoops. We're good, we'll figure this out. Oh, why did I mention that? Now I can think about it as my sick dog. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Gotta move on here, guys. This actually also has just black pants too. Not super big fan of that, so we're gonna go with like a dark blue, and we'll do that. We'll start with the Pterodon turquoise. We'll see what that looks like. Oh, okay. It's very blue, but that's okay. We'll fix that here in a sec. Actually, this is one of those times where if we apply it thicker, I actually like the contrast paint a lot more, because you do get those that deep, rich Pterodon turquoise look. I'm actually kind of digging that dark. Those really dark blue pants, actually. I might hit them with a follow-up of like Basilic Column Gray or Griff Charger Gray. But I'm digging those for sure. And then we got... Ooh, a nice chainmail and a... We're actually going to use the Griff Charger Gray. So, when looking at contrast paints, it's really easy to just throw them down, and it's really hard to throw them down in such a way that you don't need a follow-up coat of something. And it's hard to know when you do and when you don't. And that's kind of the difference, and that's something that maybe Mr. James Workshop could have done a better job of going over when they released the line. Is that it doesn't, like something like this doesn't provide enough coverage to realistically hide a base a priming. What it does do is it will apply a very, very good recess shade, and then we'll go through and we'll hit the non-recess shaded parts with another color. I really wish they had done a better job with the release of these paints. Just with explaining. Or maybe because they did a really good job of explaining the paints themselves. And they kind of, in all of their adverting and such, which speaking of, yeah, we got 30 seconds. In all of their adverting and talk about them, it became a very either or. Either Citadel color system, base, layer, highlight colors, or contrast, whereas you can use them both very well together. All right, so we'll try this. We're going to try a 90-second ad break. I'm going to say hi to the people on YouTube, and we'll see what happens. Hi, people on YouTube, if you can still see me. I believe. So you got 6 watchers. I only got 1 person, so that's going to be my wife on her other account. So I don't have anyone live, but you in the future watching this, hi. Very, very happy to have you here with me. Sorry about talking about my sick dog. I know there's no reason to be sorry, but so yeah, rough day, but I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. Go check out some of the other cool stuff I can do. Okay. Experience points are channel points that you get for watching on Twitch. You will get them for, I'll pull up the little thing here right now. So channel points can be rewarded and be redeemed for a lot of things. You can do a posture check, so make me sit up straight. You can highlight your message, which everybody, I'm going to disable that one. There aren't enough people chatting for it to become important. You can make me stretch. You can make me drink water with the hydrate. So those are kind of almost a little bit voyeuristic or things you can tell me to do, which a lot of people enjoy doing sometimes. So I like keeping in there, keep you guys engaged. Name generator allows you to, especially for the Friday night streams, decide the name of the model. So, for example, we had Ralph the Ankylosaurus. We called him Ralph for now and ever. Reverse will make me switch to using my left hand instead of my right hand for whatever I'm doing for about 3 minutes or so. IRL voice ban for 10,000 points will let you just straight up shut me up for 5 minutes. For 50,000 points, you can choose the next model that we do. That's for the Dungeons and Dragons miniature painting series, or within reason, I will also do it for a Tuesday night stream. And in the future, I have to decide how many points I want to make it worth. There will be one where you can redeem and win the model that we're painting that week on either a D&D stream, or if it's my own personal model for a Tuesday night stream, any of that. So once you get those points, so you get them by I think every 5 minutes you get points. Let me see here. Let's go here to where channel points. What are channel points? How to earn experience points. So every 5 minutes that you watch, you get 10 points. Every 15 minutes, so in about 7 minutes or so, there should be a little thing that pops up. If you're watching on mobile, you will have to exit and rejoin, or if you don't see it every 15 minutes, just go ahead and refresh the page. I watch a lot of people on Twitch, and so I get that. You'll hit refresh on the page there, and there'll be a little green thing that says redeem, and you will get a bonus 50 points. At the end of every stream, I will try and raid somebody else that is online, which is where I just kind of shunt all of you guys watching over to somebody else. Usually I try and grab a small streamer that doesn't have a lot of viewers. Otherwise, I just grab whoever's currently playing. And you guys get 250 bonus points for sticking around there for 5 minutes. You get 300 for following, and then if you are subbed, you get a, depending on the tier, either just a 2, 4, or times 2. So you get either a 0.2, 0.4, or times 2 multiplier, just flat on everything that I just went over. And subs are, tier 1 subs are $5 a month. This is through Twitch. I don't decide this part. So Twitch, it's $5 a month, but I think it's 20% off right now. Tier 2 is 10, and tier 3 is 15. I don't know that for sure. Don't hold me to that. And the first time you do a cheer, which uses, so there's 2 ways to spend money in Twitch on streamers. You can either cheer, which is straight up giving me a bit, or any number of bits, which is, a bit is, sorry, I read so much about this. Not because I want to make money, but because like I've been trying to follow some people. Every bit is a penny. If any Spuddies are on here, please, for the love of God, help me out. Spuddies is the Discord that I use for Twitch. Every bit is a penny, and you can buy bits in Twitch. And then, yeah, you can do a cheer. And then I will say thank you very much. But if you do see that, this is your first time on Twitch, if you scroll down a little bit to the About Me section, you can vote on what the next dragon is going to be for the YouTube subscriber goals. Right now, I have a blue one coming in the mail for 100. I don't know which one. Anyway, so those are for the colossal dragons. The first colossal dragon is going to be the blue one. I'm going to stop breaking it up between Twitch and YouTube. So go ahead, go down there, cast your vote on what dragon you want me to paint. And also you can throw in a suggestion there, like what you want to see painted in general. Or if you have an idea for a monthly video, throw that in there too. For whatever reason, my feedback one is gone. That's dumb. Give me a sec. Okay, well, I guess just send me a message if you want to see something in particular for now. That's super irritating. But anyway, if you don't want to do like the whole bit and sub thing for helping to support everything that I'm doing, you can also just, down there is a link directly to PayPal where you can give a donation. I really appreciate that. All money goes 100% back into the channel. It's either buying models or that's pretty much it. I don't need to buy any more paints. Buying models, tools, things like that. In no way, shape, or form is this ever a full-time gig. So any money that I get is just 100% back into trying to make everything just a little bit better. But yeah, so get those points in. In the future, I think I have some cool ways for you guys to gamble those points against each other in predictions, evens or odds, or like one and others, 1 versus 2. And then you can gamble your points against each other, so you can get points very, very quickly, which is kind of why the pick a model is 50,000 right now. Because you also get points if you just say, just turn it on and then leave for 10 hours. You'll always be getting the points here. But yeah, no, welcome to Twitch. Ravine Sam. Oh man, you said I was saying it right last week and I keep changing it, but thank you so much for joining me on Twitch. And I look forward to growing a small little community of people to hang out and paint with. Days like today is a perfect example of why I started doing this. Like I said, got some bad news about my little pet basil dog. And if I didn't have people to hang out with here on Twitch, I would just be sitting here down, alone in the dark, crying. No, maybe crying. Just being a little bit upset. But instead, I get to hang out with all of you guys and have a blast with my friends painting. So I very much appreciate all you all joining me here. Alrighty. Awesome. So there we go. There's another base coat down. And here are we looking on this. Let's get a little bit closer here. Get in there. So let's go ahead and get these dark leather bits done next, just because those seem like they're going to be the most frustrating. And so for those of you that watch, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to paint some models. And for example, this right here, where we stopped with the other one after all these base coats and such, a very good tabletop standard. You can call it done there if you want. If you're following along in the future because you found this model and you're wanting to paint it, you should be proud of the way that looks. Especially if you're new to miniature painting and you found these because you got this board game and you want to paint it up for you or your friends. Oh, I just bumped my model there, but it was actually just perfectly in the right spot. Now we're going in again. We're going to do a dark leather on these. If we overpaint a little bit, that's perfectly alright. We can go back in and touch it up. And yeah, so awesome. Thank you for joining me on Twitch. I love all of the YouTube stuff, but Twitch is probably just a little bit better way for me to engage with all of you guys. I might in the future stop doing the... No, I'm always going to do the YouTube because that's a good place to store them permanently. Never mind. But YouTube, in terms of watch time, which is why a lot of people usually end up doing YouTube, doesn't help me. I don't need any more watch time on my channel. I get plenty from the crafting videos, just given the nature of that community. They like to watch things, especially in the background. My issue there is going to be subscribers. I think it'll be a couple years before I get to the YouTube partner subscriber mark. I think, because right now I'm at what, 126, and you need what, 1,000? You need 1,000 subscribers in order to monetize anything on YouTube? Jeez. I know it's not about the money, guys, but oh my god, that's a lot of money. Not money. It's a lot of people. Twitch, it was like 50 followers. Oh no, we missed a spot on the cloak here. Oh, you redeemed a word. Oh, I'm on the wrong view. I was explaining how points worked. What did you redeem here? Manage reward requests here. You're telling me to hydrate. You want me to hydrate in the middle of all of this? Got some oolong black dragon tea then. I do like black dragon tea. It's nice, got a little bit of caffeine in it, done. And there we go. And the hydrate is normally a lot less points, but I did receive a very real threat from my wife that she would just redeem all of her points that she's gotten from every single Twitch stream, just lurking, not watching, but lurking, and just redeem them all at the beginning of the stream and make me drink like a shit ton of water. So I was like, you know what? Boom. Now it's 500 points because it's a good point. Someone wanted to be a dick and just redeem hydrate 6 times in a row. I would just be drinking a bunch of water. Then I'd have to pee a bunch. And that's no fun. So this light brown. No, I don't like that. We're not going to do that. We're going to use just kind of our standard go-to leather colors, which is Agrostones, Snakebite Leather, Wildwood, and Gorgonzo Fur. But thank you so very much for redeeming. Oh wow, 500 points. So you've been watching on Twitch for a while now. That's super exciting. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing predictions as well. But once I get some more active, or I get like my D&D group is usually a little bit more active than my Tuesday night streaming group. I will probably be doing some channel bets or something. Gotta figure out how those will work. That, and in the future here, I might start streaming some video games on other nights, like Skyrim, or I'm trying to think of anything else that I play that would be worth watching. I used to play a lot of Destiny, but not really big on that anymore. I just don't have time. There we go. We got her satchel all sorted now. Let's go ahead and make sure to get the side of these leather objects too. Like so. Let's go ahead and we'll extend using the same leather tone onto the bracers here. This is the snake white leather, which as mentioned earlier, when properly applied, it's just absolutely fucking phenomenal. Love it. However, it does take a certain level of finesse to get good with contrast paints, I will say that. Not a lot, not a lot. There we go, boom. Oh, I guess I should mark that hydrate as completed. Managed request, I did. Yeah, so I have to decide, but one of the rewards for the channel will be you get the model that I'm painting currently when redeemed, if possible. If it's something like this where it's not even my model and I'm doing this as one of my commissions, you're shit out of luck. I'll work with you and we'll figure out something else. But like the Friday Night Monster Manual things, those are usually good to go up for grabs, just to redeem. And then I will either repaint it if I want to later for like a donation or to sell or to give to charity or something. But I want to give something to you guys for joining me because you guys are kind of the only reason that this is still going on. Otherwise, I would have abandoned paint projects long ago. So yeah, you'll get that model. And depending on where you live, I'll probably just cover shipping as long as it's not insane. Hopefully, I think pretty much. I mean, if you get enough points, I'll just kind of deal with taking the hit on shipping. I might change that later, but for now, I'll say that you'll just get a free model in the mail. Now, if you're smart and you combine that with the 50,000 choose a model, then you'll pretty much just get whatever you want. I don't know how long it would take somebody to get 50,000 points. Depends on how well you are at active listening and checking in every 15 minutes for those rewards, and how lucky you are with the betting. Yeah, so for the betting, I'm thinking every so often on the Friday night streams, or maybe these ones as well, once we get enough people involved and more than one person's betting at a time, I'll just roll the d20 and then evens odds, or 10 or above, 10 or below. Sorry, 11 to 20 or 1 to 10. And then you straight up win if you win. What color is her hair? Yeah, start collecting those points. Also, you can always just let me know what model you want me to paint next for the Dungeons and Dragons, because I'm shaking it up and I am not going to be doing those in alphabetical order. That was never the plan. I just wanted to grab all the A models first because I just wanted to kind of establish the rhythm of it. But right now I have such a small audience that I don't mind taking requests. Okay, so Shadow, you have 1.4K. Ruh-roh. So that free model. Yeah, so you got to bet those in the future. And then, see, that's it. Okay, so I've noticed that while watching Gus Johnson's Twitch channel, is if you start doing bets and stuff, that's when people can start to really get berserk with the points. Because you have people betting like 10,000 channel points, and as long as they're on the winning side and there's 10,000 points in the pool, actually, so Twitch does it really cool. So it isn't just a straight payout of 2 to 1. If you have an evens odds situation, the amount of points that bet evens is just distributed proportionally to the number of people that bet odds if odds wins, and vice versa. So if so it's not just a straight payout, you get the points that the other side bets, which is really, really cool. I think that's a really cool system, because then there's never any loss of channel points from among community members, and there's never any gain. So I don't have to stress as a creator. That's a really, really cool system, actually. Right, so here we go. We've really thinned down this acrylic brown to get it really nice and thin. So yeah, Shadow has 1.4K. We'll save those, Shadow. And you can get something painted or redeemed for, if you have a 1.4K, I think I'll probably make it $1 million for the model. I don't know. They say you should account for an average of 202 points for every viewer per hour, and that assumes like a 1% subscriber ratio, or something like that. I don't know. Grab some bronze here. I'll tell you guys what though, best thing you can do for yourself, if you want to try and grind out those channel points, just set yourself a little 15-minute timer, or sorry, a 13-minute timer, and then just every time you redeem them, just turn it on. That's what I do. Then I do my own thing, timer goes off, I get my bonus points, and then just go back to listening, maybe playing a video game, all of that. The last thing I want to do is try and do bets and stuff, and only one person bets, and then they lose. Oh my gosh. I don't know what I would do in that scenario. I would feel really bad. I'd be like, fuck you. You're wrong. This one person. So that's why I'm holding off on it a little bit. Just for now. Until I just see it pop up on my screen because you're only watching the stream. Aw, I have your full attention. Thank you so very much, Shadow. I appreciate that. Oh, for anime recommendations, I started watching 7 Deadly Sins. I'm about on episode 2 right now. Pretty good so far. Unfortunately, I can't really watch TV while I edit. So I've been very slow. Eating beef jerky. Well, that's fun. I want to eat a bunch of beef jerky. Let's go ahead and give her really light tan gloves. And a bright blue crystal. I love it so far. Could have done without the boob grabs, but that's fine. I mean, like, it's anime. It happens. You'll ask that when I'm on like episode 5 to 8. That's fair. Hopefully I'll get there tonight. There, we got a really thinned down version. So I kept my brush nice and damp when I went in for this one, because I want to keep it really nice and thin, except for when I'm going to these the below sections where the shadows are, and then we're going to go ahead and bring it in for a darker little bit. Overpaint it just a little bit, no big deal. It's just the pommel, we can fix that. Happy little accidents, that's fine. And there we go. Do the same thing the other side. Brush, pretty wet. Go ahead, grab some of my contrast paint. Start up here at the top, lay down a little bit of a line, start to drag it down. Like so. Alrighty. Then we'll grab a little bit of snakebite leather. And then we'll wet blend in this, just like so. Just adding a little bit of variation. Do the same over here with the snakebite leather. Just from underneath. Want it to look like it's darker down there, which it is. Like so. And then we're going to do the same thing on the boots. Start with this. Dunes up here at the top. Go ahead and we'll just cover it pretty much all over. A little bit of a thicker coat. Like so. You'll notice I'm not using any lithium medium or anything for this. That's because these are really quick blends. There's no need to muck with adjusting the consistency of the paint for something small like wet blending in boots. That's, as you can see here, doesn't take a lot to kind of add that variation that we need. If we're doing something major, like the entire skin of an orc or something, then yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll add a little bit more. But for something like this, we just need the variation in color. That's all. Add a second coat of the snakebite leather to parts of the satchel here. And to the belts. Again, just adding in some variation, and then trace that along on the inside there, on the top of the vambrace. And here we're not concerned about shadows. We're just doing some extra little bits here in the leather, because leather, if you are not aware, it's not perfect. It's not a perfect material, so we're just adding in a little bit of variation. Shakaboosh! Ta-da! Color of the scabbard. See, I keep accidentally gambling almost all my points on the Gus Johnson things. Oh, they're streaming in Discord all night. I need to... Okay, so one of my local gaming groups is streaming in Discord. They do a Tuesday thing. I thought I'd be able to move my stream around, but it just isn't going to work out with the rest of the stuff I got going on. All right. So Basilicalum Gray. Yeah, but I do like the show so far. I do like it. I do like it was a very solid recommendation. Seven Deadly Sins. Very good recommendation so far. And I'll be honest, because I'm playing some Skyrim. When I'm playing Skyrim, I've been also rewatching some Full Metal Alchemist. Because I mean, like, it's such a good show. There we go. Just draw the line down the sword there. And on the back, we're just going to do all the way down. like so. Just cover the whole thing. And what's the colored on this scabbard? So they did red. I wonder if that's canon. Wonder if Eleanor always has a red scabbard. See, that one, she doesn't have a sword. She's got a scroll. It's fucking stupid. Colada. Eleanor. Maybe this isn't Eleanor. Oh no, there's an Elena and Eleanor. Okay. Y'all are killing me with these names. Jeez. Tell you what, we're gonna go with a different colored scabbard here. She is from Gondor. They're very militarized, so I think we're gonna go with a different kind of vibe for the scabbard. We're gonna go with a dark green, like a dark green. Ooh, or no. We'll try this. We'll see how this looks. We'll try a dark shaded. Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, we're gonna do that. So it'll be nice and it'll be nice and muted back there. But first we need to touch up the undercoat here with a little bit of gray sear. Just kind of blot that on there, and a little bit of the acrylic white to enhance some of the look of this. So along the edges here, the top, all of the bits that we want to stand out. We want that nice brighter undertone. And it looks like my gloves need touched up. So this is so these paint jobs are a really good example of just how far you can go with a good application of contrast paint. We're still going to push it. We're still going to continue it on. But you can get some really good looking models just by a nice good zenithal and a good application of what is targeted and advertised as a beginner's product. And some nice thin acrylics. Look at that hair. Oh, you still need to continue it. You never finished 7 Deadly Sins? Yeah, do that. Oh, pre-roll is off, so we're gonna go ahead. We'll try this. Try and run an ad. I hope this is doing something. Otherwise I just feel like an ass and I'm making all the people on Twitch watch ads for no reason that I'm not making any money off of. I'm just making them watch ads. Oh, jeez. See, like, I'm watching... Oh, I'm not subscribed on my own watch account, so I'm going to see if this is actually playing an ad right now, if I can get in there soon enough. Hi, YouTube. You guys are great. Do you guys know that you've watched over 300 hours of my videos? That makes me feel so happy. Like, no joke. That makes me so happy. Okay, yeah, so I don't think an ad's actually playing on my channel. It's not playing for any of you guys. What the hell is going on? I don't know how this works. I know I don't make money from the ads. So maybe because I don't make any money from ads yet as a streamer, that they don't actually allow me to run the ads to avoid the pre-rolls. That might be it. Gonna go ahead and try and see if I can get this to focus on me a little bit better. Yeah, okay, so it looks pretty good now. All right. I'll adjust this. That's a little better. It's not playing an ad. Thank you for at least telling me, Shadow. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, crazy to think how much people have watched my videos on YouTube. And like they're not stellar videos. One of them has such bad music that it's almost unwatchable. See, here I'm watching on my own watch account. And now it's running 90 seconds of ads. So when it runs 90 seconds, it should run 3 30-second ads. That's what it should do. Actually, wait, I'm going to hold off on just a second in case Shadow's getting those ads now. Thank you for helping me troubleshoot this, Shadow. I appreciate that. That's what we're doing now. We are trying to troubleshoot these friggin' ads. I wish, same with YouTube, I wish you gave me the option to not do ads at all. Frankly. That would be ideal. See, now on my own account, it is, so this is the account that I watch stuff from. It is running the third of 3 ads that were 30 seconds. It's very odd. I wish that helped a little bit more. I wish they gave a better explanation of what was happening sometimes. All right, so this lady is a pale-faced Caucasian lady as well. I'll tell you guys what would be fun is I might just do all the base coats and the tabletop standards for another miniature, because I'm vibing on that right now. Not really vibing on the super precise stuff just yet, because like I was just thinking, okay, and then we start adding some off-white to add some skin tone variations. Not feeling that. So I think what we might do is we might just base coat up all these guys here live on stream. And then tomorrow or later tonight, I'll start doing all of the highlights, shadows, and the rest of it. She doesn't actually have any other exposed flesh. Alright, well, I'm going to stop trying to force ads because I don't think it's doing anything. So we're going to stop pressing that button for a little bit. Because maybe it just catches up and it does the other. I don't know. Herba! Let's go ahead and give you some nice pale straps for your sword, ma'am. We don't want that thing going anywhere. Just because those will contrast very nicely. We'll also go ahead and we'll use this as a little bit of a highlight color for the sword itself, and then we'll use a different, even brighter highlight color for the straps. And we still need to paint whatever that is. It was like a weird gold thing on the reference photo I found. Oh, that's her fucking hair. Okay, cool. It's fine. I'm really glad I decided to go brown hair instead of the blonde, because legit, that did not look like hair. In the picture that I found, that was not hair. Yeah, if I figure out game capture, I might start doing now if I did this, I would only do it on Twitch. I wouldn't do it on YouTube as well. I might switch over, like on nights like tonight, where I'm just having a real nice chill painting session. I might switch over to live streaming some Skyrim or something. I think that would be fun for me. Or other random nights, but that would just be on Twitch. Okay. So we're going to head in here with the dark gray. And we're going to go ahead and, while I still have the model up here, we're going to go ahead and block in some of the areas for the non-metallic metal. Just while I have it up. And I'll work on that later. Oh, well, duh, I should probably continue them all the way down, at the very least. Duh. There we go. We'll start. Just starting to get that worked in there. So, alrighty. So there is that. Oh, to my exception of her headband, which we will make a crownlet, I believe. Those of you watching on Twitch, would you be interested in watching me play some of my super nerdy Skyrim? Oh, it's got a bright ass blue gem that's entirely impossible to see in the sculpt. I'll have to maybe rescalpel that in or something. Odd. I do like this paint color as well, honestly. So this is a paint, the turquoise, that I almost never use because it's so overwhelmingly dark. But I actually really am digging those a lot, honestly. Aces. Finally, I found a use for you, Pterodon turquoise. Okay. Let's see here. We got about 30 minutes left tonight's stream. I like to keep the Tuesday ones at around 3 hours or less. Let's see, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? It's my Tuesday stream, so I can do whatever I want. What else do I got going on? I gotta clean up this stuff. I could do one of these dwarves. Or I could paint anything I want. This is the last week for the dwarves, I believe, to get them live on camera. But I'm just going to be following the Sarastro's guides on these. Let's see, do I have anything else I want to paint? Oh, we could start to paint the big old dragon. We could do that. We could start to try and lay some base coats down on this guy. I think we're going to do that. I think 100% we're going to do that. Let's see. Shadow says yes. Do the dragon. I think we shall. Get the big old brush. Yeah, I got ideas. Okay. Okay, grab this and this. Get these out of here. Get this recentered. Yeah, we're gonna have to do your big red dragon. So your red dragon's even bigger than this guy. So, this is a green dragon from Dungeons and Dragons, so it's gonna be green. But your red dragon, I don't think is gonna be entirely done on a single stream, just because, given the size of the model, we're probably looking at a 6 to 7 hour paint job, if not a little bit more. Probably a little bit more. So you won't get to see all of it, but you're definitely going to get to see some of it, at least, live on camera. Okay. So let's go ahead and mix some paint up. Get these two Lord of the Rings guys just pushed off to the side for now. And just kind of push my mountain of paints over. And then let's go ahead and wet down this brush. Just so it's good to go. Yeah, I do like green dragons a lot. All right, so we're gonna try with the 1-to-1 first and see how I like that. So where is my, so actually after using some from this guy's commission, I got some of my own lanthium medium, and I've been using it. And I am going to use that for this, because we're going to try and be blending some colors. So we're going to grab a good, healthy portion of this. Putting that in there. Like so. And then let's go ahead and grab some dark green. Shove that down in there like this. We'll grab some of this for a glowy, nice jungly look. What is what? What is this dragon? This is an adult green dragon from Dungeons and Dragons. All right. That is what this model is. Okay. Oh, the clear stuff is just a mixing medium to kind of thin down this paint a little bit. As we paint something this large with a brush, we're going to have a tendency to have things pull up on us. And if you add some lanthanum medium in there, you're not going to have as many issues with that. Eliminating detail on your model. It will dry out a little bit and thin up the paint. So we're just going to go ahead. And this is just a solid green that we're just adding in here. It's definitely bright, which is exactly what I want. Let's just go ahead and cover everything up here. We did a really good zenithal highlight on this guy, so we have a lot of good foundation being worked into the model's colors here. Yes, there is a delay from writing and things getting posted, unfortunately. Sometimes it is very frustrating. I'll leave his wings for now. Just focusing on the body here. Something really cathartic about just applying with a brush a nice heavy base coat. Especially when you're using a really thin paint like this, you don't have to stress too much about ruining details. go ahead and just grab all this. See these parts down here that are almost black? I almost wouldn't paint them, but we're just using a real thin paint. Now we slowly are getting a green dragon, where before we had just a black and white dragon. I like that, actually. Just glanced over and looked at the whole thing on camera for the first time, and it looks a lot better, just with this one simple two-color combination of paints. Yeah, it already looks like 1,000 times better than it did. Alrighty. Let's get that. I'll go ahead and get down in here. And then we're just going to go back in, kind of clean up a couple of spots here. And grab any excess paint, like here on the hand, just kind of spread it around a little bit. Not because we're worried about it pooling, but just because we want to kind of get a little bit more of this guy covered up. And watching it too, yeah, I bet that is a little bit satisfying. I need to do more time-lapse shots in my YouTube videos is what I've kind of decided to for myself. It's very satisfying watching things get done. But I tend to take a lot of breaks when I work too, so I'll have to remember that in the future. Kind of plan things out a little bit better. Stay a little bit more dedicated. Alrighty. But the cool thing about using that Tesseract glow effect combined with a contrast paint and then thin down with some medium is we did three things. We didn't clog our details because of the medium and the nature of the thin translucent paints. We added depth to the model with the contrast, and we added a little bit of a glowy effect because of the Tesseract glow. So we got a really nice vibrant green going now. Need just a little bit more. Go ahead and we'll try and blend this on the model here. Just like so. So we'll put a little bit in here. Like that. Let's go ahead and lay down a thin coat of the contrast. And then we'll get a little bit of the Tesseract in here. And then we'll just go ahead and, oh, actually I kind of like that a little better. We're just going to muddy up those two. Like that. Definitely wouldn't be ideal for doing over the whole model, but I'll remember that. Because then you get nice variations too. There we go. Now he looks a lot more like a fucking green dragon. I'll say that. Yeah, let's get him in focus. Yeah, well, let's get him in focus in a way that you guys can see him as I move him. You can still see all the individual scales and such, which is kind of what I was trying to make sure I focused on. And all the skin, you can see it gets darker towards the bottom of the model. On his belly, so from above, you get that nice bright ass green. It's very clearly a green dragon, and then from below, well, that's how I got done. Still green, but not bright, quite as bright. So let's get you back on, where did I have you mounted? Here and here? Here and here, yeah. Let's go ahead and remount you. And I believe it is at this time that we'll call it a night, because we are we're approaching the end of the stream. I really appreciate all of you guys joining. This has been a lot of fun for me. Look forward to Friday. I look very forward to Friday. Make sure you have your Twitch notifications turned on. If you're only watching on Twitch, you can get those channel points. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do some polls. See if I get enough people chatting in chat. I'll definitely do some polls so you guys can get paid out. But otherwise, it's just one person betting, and that's not great. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. And sorry for my weird energy. Like I said, not a great day. With all the news about the dog and stuff, kind of had me a little bit off kilter, but gonna go pop back into editing some videos, and I hope everybody here has a great rest of their evening. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you next time on Friday. Oh, Plague Burst Crawler, pretty much done. That's so awesome to hear, man. That is so awesome. You gotta send me some pictures of it, either now or when it's done, whichever one you feel the most comfortable with. Post them up in the Discord. Yeah, dog. Like I said, we got an old dog. We knew it was gonna happen when we got an old dog that had a lot of health issues. So, yeah. Thank you all very much, and have a great